Hey there, and welcome to your First Alert Weather Plus forecast here on KTVB Plus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Rachel Garceau. As always, we start with what is on the way over the next several days. We are kicking off our final full week of July. If you can believe it, August starts a week from this coming Friday. And we will start the week with kind of refreshing temperatures. Our weekend cooled down slightly from Saturday to Sunday, then Sunday into Monday will cool even further as a cold front comes in. But that front will bring some isolated shower and storm chances Monday into Tuesday, very scattered, nothing of a washout. I wouldn't cancel any plans, and some breezy winds will also accompany the cool down on Monday. Then as we head to the middle of the week and beyond, temperatures do start to rebound, but at least for the next 7 days, there are no triple-digit days in my forecast. So that means our current total of 4 100-plus degree days for 2025 will hold steady for the next week or so. For some perspective, last July of 2024, we had 15 triple-digit days. And in fact, right now, for the last week of the month, we were in the middle of a streak of about 9 days, one of which was a record-setting 108 degrees. So what's coming our way in the next several days certainly sounds better than that. In fact, Monday and Tuesday, our highs will hover in just the mid to upper 80s across the Treasure Valley. That is unusually cool for late July. And then by Thursday and Friday, we're right back to normal, which is about 94 degrees in Boise for this point in the season. In the mountains, some places may not quite get even out of the 60s on Monday, most places around 70 as we kick off the work week, and then a nice rebound as well, taking us into much more comfortable territory. We'll land in those low 80s by the time the end of the work week comes around. And of course, yes, we do have some rain and storm chances in the mix Monday and Tuesday with that round of cooler weather coming our way from the northwest. But even then, only about a 20% chance that the Boise area will see any sort of rain or storm activity from this system. So we can't rule it out, but it's more likely we won't get hit with rain, which actually in the middle of wildfire season, we would love to have some rain coming in. Some areas will get hit pretty hard. I'll show you those in just a moment. So as of Sunday evening, the front that we've been watching was draped across western Washington. It will be on the move overnight Sunday into Monday. And so as the front comes in before sunrise Monday morning, the heaviest rain will really favor northeast Oregon and then very slowly start sliding into portions of western Idaho. The west central mountains do look very likely on Monday with the cool down to get some showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder, mostly dry across the Snake Plain until this front starts stalling out late Monday into Tuesday. It really just takes its time meandering across southern Idaho. Breezy winds will pick up on Monday behind the front. Enough lingering moisture that here's Tuesday afternoon, a couple of isolated showers and storms actually in the morning, and then again potentially popping up in the afternoon as the system moves off. But you can see really these are just pop-up showers. Not everyone will be impacted, but the cooler weather is a sure bet across the region. And then that system rolls off to the northeast late Tuesday into Wednesday, and that will allow sunshine to return. The winds will calm down and temperatures will start rebounding as well. So like I mentioned, any little bit of rain does help during wildfire season. This is not a big rainmaker. The heaviest rain will likely be over northeast Oregon from this system, but still places like Cascade, McCall could see a 1/10 of an inch or so by the time it's all said and done from Monday into Tuesday. Generally less than about 5/100ths of an inch for the Treasure Valley. Magic Valley, I don't know that you will see anything out of this system, maybe a sprinkle or two late Monday into Tuesday, but most of the wet weather will stay west and north of the Magic Valley. And smoke, not that big of a concern as we kick off the work week. We may see some haze on Monday in certain spots, but for the most part, any smoke from those fires still burning off to our west looks like it will be directed to the north of our area. So skies should be pretty clear. Air quality should also remain in the green, maybe bordering on that yellow or moderate air quality category. But overall, does not look like, at least in the very near future, air quality is a concern. But if those thunderstorms Monday and Tuesday do spark any new fires, that of course could certainly change. So something we'll be watching in the days to come. As far as our nationwide look at temperatures as we kick off the work week, it definitely looks like a summertime Monday. Will be in the 90s and 80s across most of the country. As we look ahead to Tuesday, no big change. We're back up into those upper 80s here in the Boise area on Tuesday. Along the west coast, Pacific Northwest, really comfy upper 80s to around 80 just in Seattle. Still 90s persist across the southeast, and heading into the middle of the week, we are back to 90 across the Boise area. Hot as well to our west. Eugene, Oregon at 91 1 for the middle of the week. You can see those 90s and even some triple digits persist across the Midwest and the Southeast as well. All right, as far as unsettled weather, if you have travel plans or just want to keep an eye on what is happening, a couple storms on Monday leading to some isolated showers across the St. Louis area on Tuesday. Here's that system for us that will bring the cool down and the very slim chance of some showers and storms. Much greater rain and storm chances across Montana. All of that activity rolls across the Dakotas towards Minnesota and then the northern Great Lakes region on Wednesday. Otherwise, you can see things are pretty quiet across most of the country. Northern Texas may have some storms firing off for the middle of the week. As we head into Thursday, the rainy area looks to be the far southeast across Florida and the Gulf. A few little spot showers for the midsection of the country, but across the west, high pressure starts taking over, and that will keep things dry, sunny, and warm by the end of the work week. All right, let's take a look at that full 7-day outlook for our mountain areas. We talked about those showers on Monday. Cool temperatures, upper 60s to around 70 for our higher elevations. That is by far the coolest day of the week in all of our areas. And then by Tuesday in the mountains, sunshine returns. We hit those mid-70s, climbing into the low 80s by Thursday, and that's where we stay heading into the weekend. A beautiful weekend for campers for our final weekend of July. Magic Valley, some haze on Monday, some breezy winds as that front starts making its approach, and temperatures will dip again on Tuesday. So we'll hover in those mid-80s for the Twin Falls area. Through the middle of the week, storm chances even slimmer as you get east of Boise. I won't rule out a spot shower or two late Monday into Tuesday in the Twin Falls area, but it really does look unlikely at this point. And then by the end of the work week and on into the weekend, sunshine returns and temperatures rebound into slightly above average territory, which for Twin Falls is right around 90 for the end of July. So we're back into those low 90s heading into your weekend. All right, 7-day outlook for the Boise area and the Treasure Valley. Breezy winds Monday and Tuesday will accompany that front. We talked about the possibility of a shower or a storm. On Tuesday, it would be after 6 p.m. Monday, same scenario, maybe after about 3 or 4 in the afternoon as that front comes in. So this is mostly kind of late day, evening type unsettled weather. And then Wednesday, nothing but sunshine overhead. Temperatures bounce back to about 90 degrees. We don't stop there, though. We'll hit 94 on Thursday. And hey, if you love typical late July heat in the Boise area, Thursday through Sunday will be for you. We'll hover right in normal territory. Morning lows very comfy in those low to mid 60s. Sunshine overhead, light winds, and those mid 90s. Just kind of pull up a chair and stay a while all the way through the weekend. Thanks so much for tuning into this First Alert Weather Plus forecast. Have a great week. We'll catch you next time.